Stevens. So we have a word now with our new provisional champion, Stuart Place, with Chris Stevens.
Stuart Place, the 2023 Classic Stock Hatch champion. I mean, you took your time getting out of the car there. Just what were you thinking about?
It's been a long while waiting for this, and my wife and my girls and my mates, it's really hard. We build the car, we do everything ourselves. I haven't got a lot of money, and we've been doing this 10 years. I didn't know whether it was possible, but all of a sudden I do.
I mean, you've been in this championship for many years. Like you said, you've been a real consistent face in this paddock. I mean, what does it mean to win this now?
It's what I've been wanting my whole life. I know it sounds stupid, and it is club racing, but all I've ever wanted to do is win a championship, and I've been racing cars since I was 14 years old, so for me, it's just incredible.
Amazing. Congratulations, Stuart. Go and celebrate with your friends and family. You have thoroughly deserved it. Another very, very happy face, I'm sure, is going to be the second place driver, Finn Groom.
Yeah.
First time on the podium.
It is, yeah. It's been a long while. We've been trying hard this year. Had a few mechanical issues that set us back, but today the car was on point and we gained it stick. So yeah, Ben gave me a hard time. He got close a few times and I thought, but no, we kept it.
What's made the difference in this race, do you think?
It's all to do with your start. When you get a good start, you can get settled in like I did and just keep going, keep the rest behind you.
Youngest driver in the field, but very old head on some young shoulders there. I mean, the pack chasing you must have been so much pressure.
Just can't think about it. Yeah, you just gotta concentrate on what you're doing and keep it going. Yeah, it's all.
Obviously, one more meeting for the championship this year. Can you bag another podium in that time?
Hope so. Yeah, we'll give it a good go. Yeah, we'll see what we do.
Congratulations, amazing drive, truly astonishing. And then for the third time this weekend, finishing in third place was Ben Bateman. Where is he? He's all the way over here. Had some leakage out of his car already. Ben, third time, third place.
Yes, we blew a radiator, fortunately, on the last lap. Just brought it home.
Is that what made the difference, do you think, between finishing third and finishing second?
No, not at all. Finn's a good driver. He deserves that.
And of course, one more meeting. What do you think is possible in the final round?
I'll try my hardest and we'll see what comes of it.
Mega weekend for you. 3 podiums in 3 races. Not many people can say they've done that. One man who can say he's done that, though, is Stuart Place, and there are just more celebrations going on over there. Very emotional scene over there. Congratulations. Again, Marcus and Josh, let's head back up to you, because coming up is the final race of the weekend, and it's the big one. It's the 2-hour Tegiwa Club Enduro Championship.
Yep, it's time for our final race of the day. It's the longest race of the weekend, though. It's 2 hours for Tegiwa Club Enduro. And we have a big grid of more than 30 cars ready to take the start, all different size and shapes on this big grid over 3 classes. These are reduction sports and saloons, and you can see there Will Stacey starts from pole position in his Lotus Elite. He blew a head gasket in qualifying. That's not the first time that's happened this year. It's replaced and he's ready to go from pole position with the Area Motorsport Volkswagen alongside of Bradley Burns. He shares that car with Rob Baker. So you've got some solo-driven cars, some shared cars. There'll be a pit stop window between 30 minutes and 105 minutes. So you can pit after 30 minutes before 15 minutes to go. One long 3-minute pit stop to refuel. This is how the cars will line up then for the grid for our final race today. On pole position 48 is Will Stacey in the Lotus Elite. Alongside number 1 is Bradley Burns in the Volkswagen Golf. He shares with Rob Baker. On row 2 is number 2 Joel Edwick in the BMW M4. Alongside number 6, which is Ryan Parkin in the Audi TT that he shares with Dylan Brychta. Row 3 is 27, which is Mark Bryce. He shares the Seat with Will Beach. 117 alongside is Ian Jones in the 3.2 litre BMW Compact. He shares with Martin Janby in our road. The next page of top of the grid, 4th row of the grid is car number 87, which is Aaron Cooke in the Audi RS3, shared with Dan Brychta. 69 was due to be alongside, but won't be taking the start. The Andy Schultz car with Matt Hampson won't be there. On the 5th row is 15, which is Phil Driver in the Seat, shared with Colin Gillespie, and 22 is the BMW M3, started by Luke Brown, he shared with Paul. On the 6th row is number 40, the BMW M3 of James Collins, he shared with Brad Lidsey, alongside number 134. This is the older M3, that's going to be driven by David Griffin. On row 7 is 78, which is Matthew Stockford, the ex-Olympic Paralympian, and he shared with Alan James in the Audi RS3. Alongside is the Class B pole sitter and the championship leader, number 89, is Scott Parkin in his Volkswagen Golf. Row 8 is 95, which is Luke Schlevitz. He shares the Volkswagen Golf with Kevin Glover. Alongside 91, which is Chris Plastic in his Volkswagen Golf. Row 9, 881, will be Lewis Road, he shares with Aaron Road in their Honda Civic. Alongside is 13, that's another car that won't be taking the start. That's Matt Fazy's Porsche. On row 10 is 88, which is Joe Williams in his Volkswagen Golf. Alongside number 8, which is Matthew Tidmarsh, he shares with an SG40 with Chris Webster. Row 11 is 177, which is Chris Byalon. Start his Renault Clio, which he shares with Simon Mason. Alongside is the Class C pole sitter, number 56, David Lawrence, in his Honda Civic. Row 12 is number 66, which is Paul Saviani, BMW Compact, shared with Jonathan Hayes. Alongside is number 2 car, Class C, had a few different winners. From Fenwick and Andy Shepherd won in the first round. David Lawrence won rounds 2 and 3, one of the races he shared with Mike Stanford. And then Spa was won by Martin Schiller, a local driver that competed there. Lots to look forward to in this race. So the cars making their way to the grid. There'll be a rolling start. The championship, we haven't spoken about that, that's being led by Scott Parkin. He's on 52 points, leads by 15, which is quite a big championship lead at this stage. From the David Lawrence Honda Class C, who's each on 37, with Mark Brychta will lead for Class A, and with Matthew Tidmarsh and Chris Webster. So there's 3 cars with 37 points. And then they've got 4 more that have got over 30. Scott Parkin with a big championship lead at this stage. I'm not sure if it's actually possible for him to win the championship today, because there's 2 races to go, but you do drop 2 scores to look out for if he has a successful race. But don't worry about that as this 2-hour race goes on. Enjoy it for what it is. It's going to be really exciting. The Lotus on pole of Will Stacey is rapid through the infield, through the tighter corners, down the straights. The more powerful cars, the Volkswagen, the BMW, the Audi, the Seat will be much faster. We saw how quick Ian Jones was yesterday in that BMW Compact. Who's going to lead into Ritchie's? It's pretty open, I should think. I doubt it will be his pole back Will Stacey. It's a blinding start. And the classes to look forward to a bit of back. What can the Mazda do? This car that's we hope to get out for every round, haven't done yet. Alan Henderson, who's been a winner in Club Enduro in the past, in different cars. Class 8 turbocharged Mazda M5 at the back. So count to see how that runs. It's been pretty quick when it runs. Tudor before had a dry shot bank example. Anyway, the race is about to get underway. 2 hours for Tegiwa Club Enduro. See the red lights go out and racing gets underway then, and a good start from Joel Oswick in the BMW, and Ian Jones further back. Stacey tries to block them from behind, but round the outside Bradley Burns I think will grab the lead in the Volkswagen. Stacey impressively is held on to second. Ryan Parkin is third now in the Audi, and the rest of the field still coming up across the line while the leaders heading down towards the Wilson hairpin. It was Bradley Burns who leads. Round the outside comes Parkin in the Audi to try and get third place. It's already busy here. It's a 2-hour race, and you'd think that people have got to pay till they get through the first lap okay. We know from the previous race the track surface is a little bit questionable when placing partners.
Yeah, like the Discovery things, they won't just sink very much. The Lotuses.
That's the other Rock Foster run car. The teammate car towards Stacey runs Class B. Peter Mansfield already with issues. So got 2 going away. Then Bradley Burns and Will Stacey for third. Joel Oswick in the BMW's got past Ryan Parkin. And behind Ian Jones has got the better of the TCR cars and that BMW Compact. So he's got himself ahead of Mark Bryce there in the Seat. And then behind is 87, which is Aaron Cooke, the XMR2 champion. in the Audi behind. That's a good battle pack. Then a big slide there from Cooke, then a big gap back to the next pack, which includes the Class B leader, the championship leader.
Right, cheers, by the way.
A bit lapped off, quick check over. 74, that's the car that probably qualified. That's Matt Sherrington, the low-cost winner. They go very much further after the paddock. There's the top two then. The lap times in qualifying were mighty. They were 2 seconds under the lap record. So we're seeing who's going to do lap record in this race. Stacey did a 2:09, which is exactly a second quicker than Bradley Burns. Lap time in qualifying, you can do that for 2 hours.
No, that's right.
Across the line, and Brad Burns, the ex-Clio race winner, Cup race winner, who is 1.2 seconds ahead of Will Stacey, so 1 from 48. 30, number 2, Joel Oswick, up to 4 for 117, Ian Jones, who was so impressive yesterday. Road Sports, 5th number 6, Ryan Parkin, 6th and 27, Mark Rice, 7th and 87, Aaron Cooke. That's a big battle pack heading down towards the hairpin at Wilson. In 8th position is 22, which is Luke Browse. He's the first of the next group. In 9th position is 15, which is Phil Driver, the Express GT racer. Then in 10th position is number 40, James Collins, who previously had raced with Nigel Greenfield, but he's the new co-driver this weekend, which is Brett Lidsick, who had experience in the VLN, the Nürburgring. But the leaders, this lead pack for 3rd position, got the BMW M4, Joel Oswick, and the much older car from Ian Jones. So 2 private legal cars, the touring car built from the VAG factory, the Seat and the Audi, behind Mark Rice and Aaron Cooke.
Scott Parkin, the leader. Terrific. Second,
40. Phil Driver, racing the GT Championship with the Aston Martin a few seasons ago. Here the BMWs battling. Ian Jones then his 3.2 litre MT powered compact. There it's sideways through the Nelson and popping over the curve. There was Aaron Cooke in the back of the queue in the Audi. Then chasing the similar underneath parts. The Seat, both VAG family cars there. Is on Mark Rice ahead of Aaron Cooke. Went to away from Ryan Parkin there in the Audi TT. The diesel car ahead. Leading across the line. It's a new lap record immediately. It's a 2 minutes 02.76 for Will Stacey, who was a couple of tenths quicker than Bradley Burns ahead. The lap record previously was a 2:03.02, so we're a few tenths underneath that. That lap record was a few years ago when Chris Boardman in an M3, but we have beaten that today. There is Will Stacey, so the great big win, a few to it, Scott. Rob Boston Racing worked super hard on this car to upgrade it over the winter. It is massively quick, one of Brock and Anglesey as well. Will Stacey drives it really well, ex-Lotus champion, raced the Mazdas as well. Will Stacey, these two going away from the pack lines.
yeah, and that pack led by the works with double car. We're hearing twin turbo truck, V8 engine, first car from our field, therefore it has upper compensation in terms of where it runs the car. A bit of smoke out the back Lotus, but I think that was the engine that was touching the ground.
David saying smoke other sorts out of that car as fast. But he's right now with Bradley going through that infield. The Lotus Elite is really quick. We get on to the Area Motorsport, another privately built car, the Volkswagen Golf. The rear wing is from the TCR machine. I think it's almost television earlier. Not sure what Area Motorsport developed themselves. A similar situation with the Lotus Elite. It's all prepared by Racing. The car a bit, he owns it, and he's right now on turn with Bradley Burns. The Golf's got more power, it's heavier though. To get to past it could be a challenge here for Will Stacey. Try something bold. Doesn't need to do that at this stage of the race though. They come through again, and a bit of a slower lap that time from the pair. They've got to lap the other Rob Boston Racing Lotus, the Peter Mansfield car that came late after that pit stop. They will slice past that with no problem. They are about 3 to 4 seconds now ahead of Joel Oswick, who is still there in third position, I should say, ahead of Ian Jones, and then Ryan Parkin, and then a little gap back now to Mark Rice and Aaron Cooke, who don't seem to be able to live with the pace of the front runners. These two up front are certainly the fastest two. Interesting to see how the tyres go throughout the distance. Obviously the Golf has got all the power going through the front wheels. The front wheels doing all the work, and immediately runs a little bit wide as Bradley Burns and Will Stacey draws up alongside. They're side by side as they come out of Agostini. The Lotus on the inside. Surely Brad Burns is going to have to give way. He does. Just a small mistake there by the looks of it, Marcus. Could have understeer perhaps. Pay in there through the hairpin as Will Stacey goes through.
Yeah, with deep and there's a little hole.
Can Bradley Burns fight back down the long straight, which is coming up next? Doesn't look like the Lotus has got as much of a decibit down the straight as it has done perhaps other previous years, but it is still certainly not as quick. The Golf is now back alongside as they come up towards the Essex, but the Lotus is late on the brakes, and Will Stacey then retains the lead, and he's gained a couple of corners ago, and we'll see if Will Stacey is able to get away. And then he has got a bit of extra pace. Does he use that pace, or does he try just to keep it 100% to keep the car going for 2 hours? Through they go. That battle, a bit of a slower lap, like 6 tenths between them. So on that lap, Oswick was a little quicker, but ahead, so it's still 4 seconds behind. Then Ian Jones and Ryan Parkin all involved in the back to third position. The lead battle's not over yet because Blackburn's still right there with Will Stacey. There behind in 6th position. Mark Brychta has been a winner this year. Battling away with Aaron Cooke. There he is in the Seat. The Audi behind. Cooke, who's been trying to do various races. We're on board now with our Class B leader and the championship leader, Scott Parkin, in 12th position into Richie Park.
Yeah, very, very nice to see the list.
Volkswagen Golf. Both those cars have a 30-second penalty. This is Parkin one at Spa last time out on the away day, and as the Schmitz Volkswagen car wasn't there, the Black car also got a 30-second penalty for this race because they won at Alton Park the previous round. So they competed against both of them quite a long way there already. Parkin's Golf in third position with the Diesel Golf. This one. Skoda developments, the repairers, and Parkin and Brothers. Ryan Parkin in the Audi in 6th position, and got there in P12, behind that business, and it looks like Scott Parkin will allow David Griffin to go through. There he goes, in the BMW, the more powerful Class A car. Now I noticed coming up behind them was the Mazda, so Alan Henderson is making progress in the MX-5, he's into the top 16 now. So that car is going much better than it went this morning in qualifying. So we kick this shot. There's the little Mazda. I think it's based on a Mazda MX-5 Mark 1. It's got a Mark 2 engine, an 1800, which is turbocharged. The super engine probably didn't mess we saw out in the earlier race. Gets there behind the big Seat.
That's the one that's like a broken drive shaft. And that's something we're busy changing.
They've been through it in a few drive shafts over the last week or so. Going well at the moment. Scott Parkin's got cars all around him, the Class P leader, snapping the Mansfield Lotus. Yeah, that little Mazda, that's quite a development, isn't it, to get a car like that. Probably done about 20 seconds quicker than continue to watch this battle further up, including Alan Henderson. He's chasing after the big Seat there of Phil Knibb, one of the cars from the old one-made Seat series that run in Europe. Here's the Arsenal car, so not far off one. Then going into the hairpin. Class C, that's being led by 66 BMW of Paul Saviani, who is 3 tenths of a second ahead of David Lawrence, so that Class C is pretty close behind this group. See the other racing with these little classes battle against all 3 of them, although Class A is a much deeper field, larger grid, the other 2 together this season. Early Class B continues, including Lewis Rhodes then in that Honda. The first track limit morning, isn't it? Well, that's for the Phil Knibb and Andrew Rathsayak. That's, I think, just got past Scott Parkin, the lead leader. Good battle pack. That battle, and Lewis Rhodes has gone through past Chris Blasket, so in the 3rd position of Lewis Rhodes, this car that he shares with Rowan Aaron, 2.4 engine. There's Matthew Stockford, who's a Paralympian medal winner in the 1990s. His first season of car racing this year in Team Dynamics run car. Team Dynamics sadly lost Steve Nill, who was behind that organisation last month. He's running that car, Alan James, who's the team manager, sharing with Matthew Stockford. That traffic has begun. Stacey now leads by 3 seconds over Bradley Burns. So interestingly, where Joel Oswald lost that for 3 seconds or so on the first lap, Bradley Burns has kept it now, similar gap. Similarly placed now, the front runners, as they get into a rhythm. Stacey and Oswald are solo driven, the other car in the top 10 share.
Right, green BMW, Stoke Market glass car. That's the Rose family, Brown family. That's Luke Brown driving.
That's Jamie Naylor. I think that's going to be possibly provided as a relay effort. Maybe that's earlier. It's the first endurance race. Music cars getting past him on a regular basis. Is Brown involved in this battle with James Collins, 2 drivers racing this season. The car that he shared with Nigel Greenstall up till now. Brent Lindsay jumps in this weekend, and driver from Kent, who's been a winner in Clio Cup in the past in the UK, and then raced in the VLN recently. The championship run exclusively on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Driver in that car. All Stacey goes across the line, 100 of a second slower than his best lap, 202.77. That's so consistent times now, and he's pulling the gap out, 5 seconds over Bradley Burns. Change for 6 there into the hairpin. Aaron Cooke has got the better of Mark Wright. Mark Wright has had a good season, he's very much in championship contention. He's the Class A championship leader, sharing that Seat with Will Beach, who had a first, a second and a 5th over the course of the year. This car is running down in 7th place, seeming not to suit the Snetterton circuit pattern. These cars are generally very reliable ones, and that's going to come into its own during the duration.
Yeah, it's a tough circuit on lots of start, harsh acceleration. Exposed to the weakness.
Little look at the inside of Cooke there. Hang on. The Class C leaders going up to the first corner, that might be something to pick up on, because they're absolutely together down at turn 1. The battle between 66 which is Paul Saviani and 56, David Lawrence. Here they are, coming out of Ritchie's down towards the hairpin. So this is for the least powerful cars. I think separates them again into two very different cars. It's BMW is powered by a 2.8 litre engine, the BMW compact. The Honda, which is part of the foundation program that 750 Motor Club and Tegiwa put together for this year. So David Lawrence at the wheel of that one. It's tighter line than he's Paul Saviani. Starting to go on the pace. Here comes the Honda to the inside line for David Lawrence. Brakes later. Therefore get the move, get the car through the hairpin without the problem. They're soon to be lapped by the race leaders. That's put in the field. Back on a good pass there by David Lawrence.
6 seconds now. And Brown about 9th place.
I think one of the through change, isn't it? So just come past us. TV pictures of that change from Class C lead. 22nd position overall. Up the orderly end the race, the Class C cars. Roberts defending because Saviani fighting back. They've got those overall leaders about to lap. I think organisations want to get past this safely. They won't have been lapped by anybody yet, so they may not be aware that this little Lotus will be hard to see in the mirrors, Marcus, is speeding up the inside.
That's absolutely the point, because that car barely comes up to wasting something. It's very strong, particularly with low sunlight inside parts. Stacey, assistant, is quite effective. There goes Saviani, the BMW, back past the Honda, two pitches. So they've been in second place. Brad Burns,
BMW 1999 car, compact. Decent, a newer Honda, pacing it. Together here in this championship. Oswald behind everyone wide out to the car, but he's in third. He's cleared away now from Ian Jones in fourth. He's coming under pressure from Ryan Parkin. The front guys are running the ball, and he's been back to 10. Meanwhile, the little Janetta, driven by Andrew Shepherd. Back on now, Oswald's turn to get him onto the Class C leaders. But yeah, similar pace to now from the front line, with 3s, 4s and 5s as they settle in.
Parkin now 6.
So they'll be coming up next to this battle. That's the first time he's passed by a battle of cars. So then, about. Here comes Ian Jones, who pops out of the toe of the Class C cars. Next one of them gets between Saviani and Lawrence. Simply livery BMWs, aren't they? Both using versions of the BMW M factory livery. Two sister cars almost, aren't they, with various modifications made to them. And then, so he's got past no gap. Parkin followed him through.
Stanley supporting car, Rob Stanley here at Stanley's weekend.
Joel Oswald is 20 years of age, one of the youngest drivers on the grid. Hertfordshire. This twin turbocharged 6-cylinder X55 P30 engine BMW 2016 car. They've all been passed by the Mazda, I think. Henderson, and Henderson now at 9th. He's even got past James Collins. The he is very motoring on now. He's done a 2:05 with Alan Henderson, which will put him right in that lead path. And he is now, as he comes across the line, in 9th place. This is an excellent drive from Alan Henderson. He's going quicker and quicker. There's the Mazda. And I think we may have lost the proud BMW, because that's why he's gained another position. That hasn't come through at the end of the lap, but into 9th place. So for Alan Henderson in this Mazda M5 that Daniel Irving and his AK group have put together. It's his first race outing. He's been at a few of the other meetings, but hasn't managed to start the race. So it's out there now. It's done 10 laps, and it's got the back of the grid up into 9th position. Near James Collins, immediately pulling away from that BMW. So this could be his first chance to get a true lap in without having to pass another car. Meanwhile, Bradley Burns there, laps a car that he's probably well familiar with. Ex-Clio Cup race winner was Bradley Burns a few seasons ago. He's 22, so he's another of the younger drivers. He's a driver from Surrey. Been a podium finisher in the TCR Championship in Germany in the past. He's had a few years out and now has joined up with Area Motorsport to drive this in-house Volkswagen Golf. He can't live with the pace of Will Stacey, who leads the way in the Lotus Elise now by 9 seconds. Meanwhile, down the pit lane is the proud BMW, that M3 that has got problems. There is work going on at the moment. That's some oil perhaps that they've brought up that need a top up at this stage. Some it needs a top up. Just the little open. They're trying to get that car back out on the race for sure. They've had consistency, they've yet to be in the top 6, so they've been scoring points. Here the Class C leaders, they're still battling. 21st position at the moment. So Iani's still ahead of David Lawrence. There's that BMW. He's C class at this stage. The Class B cars are a bit closer now. They're separated by 1.4 seconds from Parkin and Luke Levitz. And they come up across the line now. The closest they've been. We're right on board then. We've got Parkin, he's got Janetta to that as they come up towards Ritchie's Corner. He goes to the left side of that, which he then swoops around the outside of without too much drama. Again, now 1.3 seconds between he and Luke Levitz in that second goal. The diesel-powered car and the petrol car. Fastest lap between them was just done actually by Levitz, 2:09.17 in that car. So shares with Kevin Glover. 2-litre TSI powered Mark 7 built by Jaguar organisation. They're both drivers that race in the Golf One Make Series. They're still Parkin ahead. Driver from South Yorkshire. In his 4th season of racing. He won the MSVT series of Ford Royal in the World Cup. That's 2010 Volkswagen Golf, which runs a 2-litre TDI engine, which produces 270 brake horsepower. It's a car that originally ran in the Volkswagen Racing Cup. Darkside Motorsport have tuned it, turned it into a diesel engine car, and they've done a really good job on it.
It's a great car.
Super successful season. Parkin's had 2 wins, a 2nd and a 5th in Class B. That's what's given him this championship lead. One of the slower Mazdas to that, that's 5th and 3. Last driver by Mike Cooper. In his first season of racing.
The big Mazda has, by the looks of things, unfortunately, Henderson. What a shame.
He just did a 2:04 on the previous lap. So it's about the 5th or 6th quickest car. That's another drive shaft this one. Been run pretty much the standard, on a standard drive shaft. Not too much power going into the car. But great to see it here. First time it's raced. I'm sure the team would look at it and see if they can get going again because it's good data, isn't it? learn about applying a race condition. So that car's for the pit lane then. Porsche, but practicing here for a couple more laps than it has done before. Will Stacey leads by 11 seconds now. It's consistently a second of that quicker. But Bradley Burns in second place. Third is Joel Owen. Fourth is Ian Jones. Fifth is Ryan Parkin. Sixth is Aaron Cooke. And through again goes Will Stacey. 13 laps. Class B, that's being led by that man there on your screen, number 89, Scott Parkin. He leads by 1.2 seconds over Luke Schlevet. Very similar pace, these two. Volkswagen, there's the Mazda in the pits. And the Motorsport car then comes to a halt. Well, Henderson's staying on the wheel at the moment, and the computer out. Not Brychta. Is he getting ready to go again? No, I think we're going to go again once. Lights are still on the pit speed limiter.
It looks great in that colour that we're familiar with the US racing. It looks fantastic.
He's back on the road. He's dropped to 20th position.
This will be a kind of statement in terms of testing.
If it now runs smoother, this is what top racing's all about, isn't it? Developing cars. This full section, very open, allows for that. It's running quicker than it was in the pits. So, into pro mode. It's Class C battle, which now has Bionic quite further ahead of David earlier. City goes through. He's going to pick up lap again at 4.3. Relented. There's novice driver Jamie Naylor, who's in a relay with Ivan Mares, running in 28th position at this stage. Ivan Mares will get the pit lane, waiting. Back up to speed. Well, into the top 10, just behind, is the Seat, starting from very back, Phil Niv and Andrew Rass. Seat lane, Euro Cup. Metro 7 is their best, that's basically where their pace could be. And David Griffin, Ben Collins, Phil Nib's fights for both bad and fun. Bits and pieces. Decent season with teammate Alan James. They've had a 6th, I think, over the season.
A couple of times in Class 2 as well with day night race.
Now the MX-5 that's just gone a lap down is interesting, number 100. That's really good. That's Matt Simonite having his first out in this car in running on carbon neutral synthetic fuels. The fuel system ECU is unmodified from the OEM manufacturer. They've literally just dropped in this fuel which reduces the CO2 emission without modifying the car. Potentially the way forward, thinking of racing. I think Goodwood has required the Porsche race this year, which is going to be on synthetic fuel.
Various styles doing things slightly different,
just getting hold of it, isn't it?
Porsche as well. ATL great to have that here on the
how's he getting on? He's in 27th, 2:23 is his best lap.
It's really fun now to get out of the way then. But as I said, quite that's what
friendly, I think, to the driver. Decent amount of power, what much more power than the Mark 1 Mazda. Yeah. But wait till you first go. Years ago, Marcus, I had that first go. That's Matt Simonite then. I think that's got a lap down to fast leader in that group. We watch that car again. E1 fuels, power in that car. Meanwhile, the race is only led by 10 seconds. Nelson staying at that, mate. What's he helped the other drivers getting past, isn't he? So, I think he hasn't done it. They say that Nathan Lawrence is slowing. The driver who leads the Class C Championship then is slowing. He was second in the class in this race, but David Lawrence, who's had a couple of wins this season, is in drama. And is he going to be able to carry on? In the background, there he is. The pit window, by the way, is now open. We're half an hour into the race. I don't think we've had any early. Joel Oswick is in. Joel Oswick is coming immediately then. So he is our first pit bin to try to zoom that into strategy. We're not allowed to pit in the safety car anymore, in the safety car periods. And yeah, they're refueling the car. They must think they can do an hour 25 on fuel to get it home. Yeah, new rule for this season, you haven't seen from Enduro this year, is that they cannot, Jamie Naylor as well, they cannot pit during a safety car period. So that has opened the strategy up a little bit. We saw a lot of people pitting away under the safety car. This is making it more interesting, I think. David Lawrence going to get the car back on the pit lane, desperately trying to do so. To score points, he needs to do 50% of the race distance. That'll be what is the aim at this point. That's certainly one thing that very good speed. Marcus, meanwhile, the pit stop are going. Joel Oswald getting out of the car while it was refueled, is taking on some of his own fluids. He's well getting back into the car now. Stanley back in. I guess when you're not the quickest car, you have to sort of take the punt, don't you? If you think you've got enough fuel to get to the end, see what happens by making an early pit stop. So 3-minute pit stop, that'll put you a lap down. There's Lawrence still slowly making his way back to the pit. The championship leader is in as well. 89 Scott Parkin has come in at a pretty early opportunity. He's got that 30-second pit penalty. That promotes Luke Slovett to the class lead. Now last lap, Bradley Burns in a 2.8 in the goal. Over that Tegiwa traffic. Parkin's done an 8, Jones has done a 10. The lap times on that lap are significantly slower than we've been seeing. Aaron's coming back on a 6, so that's interesting. Burns, Parkin, Jones, all doing much slower lap times on that last lap. It could all be traffic, but 5-6 seconds is quite a big jump. David Lawrence is going to make it back. This is the final corner now. They think they're hoping that we can't see that on. We put Paul Sabiani and Johnny Hayes into a good position. They're the new class leaders. Second is Mike Cooper, and in third position is Aaron Shepard. Race still being led by Will Stacey by 14 seconds. Bradley Burns. Third is Ryan Parkin for 48.1.6. Fourth is 117 Ian Jones. That's a change, isn't it? Ryan Parkin got past Ian Jones on that last lap. The Audi TT is up to third. Fifth is 87 Aaron Cooke. Sixth is 27 Mark Price. Seventh is 15 Phil Driver. Eighth is 40 James Collins. Ninth is 92 Phil Nick. 10th is 107 David Griffin. There's David Lawrence, made it back. Pit lane. Rob Baker here, we went to Porsche on hand. We'll be getting into the front-running car number 1 championship defending car later. Joel Oswick returns to the circuit after his pit stop. And the Mazda stopped again. This time on the circuit. The Mazda X5 of Alan Henderson has come to a total halt this time. It's well off the track. But so whether that's going to get back going, we'll see. Joel Oswick 19 when he rejoined.
Yes, that's the conclusion of the lap was on, isn't it? Okay.
Alan Henderson before that Mazda stopped again, he did a 2.06, so lapping quickly before that. 1.17 for the pit lane, and Ian Jones. A pretty early pit stop for that car. Martin Gadsby, the car owner, will drive it next. I don't think we really saw at the trains number early in the season of pit stops happening here. There's David Griffin, the Australian, in the Brychta car.
Racing.
Doing well, 10th place. Solo drivers. David Griffin do a few races in this championship over the last 2 years. Another lap. Lap 18. That's 8.5 at latest for circuit. Stopford is in we 10th place now because of the Ian Jones pit stop. Then the car just behind Luke Levitz is goal. Then the next car through is Joel Oswick, who is just ahead of the race leader Will Stacey. So Joel Oswick is trying here not to go 2 laps down, I think, which would be massively important if we did get an interruption in the race. So I would imagine Joel Oswick will try and fight this. He's on a heavy tank, the car is sliding around on the brakes. There into the hairpin. An interesting moment there. Chris Basket desperate there to get out of the way of his teammate car. As Bradley Burns laps him, he darts into the inside of the circuit, through. So 13 seconds, Burns is behind the leader with another 10 back to Ryan Parkin. Down the pit lane is Chris Stevens. Let's see who he's found.
Yeah, down in the pit lane with Jay Delgado from the Used Products team. Jay, third place before the start. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Joel's done a fantastic job out there. I think this championship is absolutely fantastic. The competition is so close. We try so hard to stay up. So to be up there, to be back. What more do you want? Quick shout out actually to sponsors who've been with us. Guys from America, guys who probably watching this from America right now. Thank you. So thank you very much.
Obviously, it's been a big project for this season, a new car. How has it developed since the start of the season?
We started off with a big, heavy pig car, to be honest, and now we've got this semi-lightweight, nimble car that we've lost kilos from what we had at the start of the season. We've also lost power, but that's more the reliability that we really need. So, yeah, we're all on a big development streak. It's been we've got more budget. All this team is on so far. So, yeah, it's fantastic.
How long overall win then, do you reckon?
Yeah.
How long until that first overall win?
Oh, please. Teasing me. We've got a second. Who knows? Maybe today anything can happen. That's the thing. Just got to be in it to win it. So we're out there. Let's see what happens.
Top man, thanks for chatting to us. Good luck for the rest of the race. Guys, let's go back upstairs.
Thanks Chris.
Great to hear from Jay Gargano then. Bicycle House is the American sponsor. Just handling all the race ones. Practice. Second phase of the race. It's all shaping up very interestingly.
Ian Jones pitted hand over to Parkin and they come out ahead of Joel. Slightly change in the stops. Assuming that's in the regulation stop that the Gadsby pairing have had there. So they've come out in 17th position and leading pit stopper. Watching David Griffin on the screen.
Love the camera on the LinkedIn camera.
Era of car with one Super Touring, but it's one with car raced by like Joe Winkelhock, who won the championship, Tim Harvey.
David is Australian.
That's right, yeah. So that time, I think in Australia he had some 2 competition series, the Supercar and the Super Touring car championship. So it was actually 2 versions of the car from you, I think, and that was the car up across the line comes Oswig.
So that's just gone through and lapped his teammate again.
So he has lapped Oswig. Come out ahead of Stacey. Now Stacey moved ahead. And wondering where Martin Gadsby came. And Oswig's transponder's not working, I think. Confusing me. He has not been registered since 17 laps.
Okay, he was behind.
So he dropped to 24 on the screen, so that's something that timekeepers will have to work out. Because for some reason, since the pit stop, Joel Oswald's car has stopped being tied, and therefore the transport I think has stopped working. That's all I've got.
Lithuanian racer.
He lives in Ipswich, but he's actually quite a local driver. And this car is one of the foundation cars that some people have put together. So basically you've got the car, you've got the new driver, you've got your race gear, and then full season of entry fees all in one package. That's what a Vitas Imperius has done. He's a transport manager. Good to have him out there. He's had a couple of thirds this year within Class C. Good to see. That car's in the pits. There's Bradley Burns. He's now 12 seconds behind Will Stacey. And there's Gadsby, so he's still going. He is in 17th. And there's Ryan Parkin, his third in the Audi TT. He's 12 seconds behind Burns. A similar gap from Stacey to Burns. Back to Parkin. Across the line to Matthew Stockford. He's 10th. There's the leader behind him. So Will Stacey's about to lap the 10th place car for the first time. Drove 5 on that lap. Quite a bit of traffic to deal with, I think. Will Stacey driving really well, as he has done all season. Racing, I think, in a few other categories, concentrating on this championship. It's a mighty battle. We had a crop, 6 cars battling in the opening round of the season. It's a great way to start it out.
Racing, I think last year was the
Happy about that venue then, seems to go well for this championship.
The interesting lap, we've got that reserve lap, it's quite a section of track. It really closes people up a little bit like the
That's what we heard from the German Autoworks guys when the car was quite powerful earlier in the year. Joel Oswald did a huge slide down the hairpin, was rocking past Will Stacey into their low, and then Will Stacey would have to fight for that half of the rest of the lap. It's cracking race, that one. Angle C was a bit of a problematic race. There were like 5 safety cars in this race. So it's just a failure for Griffin. So all day Griffin is, I think, for the pit lane. Let's hear from Chris Stevens, who's in the pits.
Well, David Lawrence, it was a strong start, it seemed, but seems like it wasn't very much fun.
Yeah, I was me in first place behind the BMW, was battling really hard. I let a couple of Class A cars come past and sort of felt like I had power a little bit, and then the management like one and started going to lift mode, and it was like, just got down to back to the pits and everything clear and get it sorted. Now scanned it, it's a throttle body, so I'm trying to get it swapped over and see if we get back out.
Seems like maybe a low point it was. Otherwise, it's been a very successful season for him.
Yeah, and all I've literally done is put tyres on it and put fuel in it, and it's not missed a beat. So for this one, it's the first sort of mechanical failure on the car. So it's back to what happened. I've got quite a few laps in it. Yeah, it's a bit shame really. Try and get back out.
As you're on the foundation cars, just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the foundation car from the back, I've seen it, and it was a good price, doesn't draw around, it was all spent out, fully fuel ready to go, just basically fueled it. So I was like, oh, I've got a bit of that, and I wanted to do a bit more long distance drive, 2 hours each race, it's good, it's challenging, because it comes into before the pit stops and stuff like that, so it's all consideration, it's really good.
Very well. Hopefully you have better luck next time now. And you passed quite a bit of fluid on the front there as well.
Yeah, I think that's the front body. I think they're just going to really change that and get me back out. Hopefully I can maybe get a few points.
We hope so too, and all the best for the rest of the season as well. David, thanks for chatting to us. And guys, let's go back upstairs.
Thanks, Chris. So what David Lawrence needs to do is get 50% of the race winner's distance to be classified as a finisher, and then score points. I'll see what stuff for the long term of the championship. Dave Griffin, who we saw earlier, he's made it back into the pits. So we'll see that BMW again after that was clearly smoking pretty heavily. We've done 23 laps, 48 Will Stacey leads by 11 seconds for Brad Burns. In 1, in third is number 6, Ryan Parkin, who's there in third position on the screens now. In 4th is 87, Aaron Cooke. 5th is 27, Mark Bryce. 6th is 92, at the back of the grid, Phil Nib. In 7th is 40, James Collins. 8th is 15, Phil Dryborough. 9th is 78, Matthew Stock. For the 10th is last B leader, number 95, Luke Schlavitz. And we ride aboard with Ryan Parkin. We can see him at work, looking up on the circuit from that angle, but up the gearbox he goes and across the line to complete 24 laps. That was a 2 minute 6.2 for Ryan Parkin. He's got one of the Clios to lap just ahead.
Start running in the old Advan Yokohama Formula 3 race team colours. You can see Tommy Burns from the 3 cars back in the day, back in the 1990s.
Yeah, that's a couple of livery, I think, in the sports cars.
Certainly to last the Irish man.
So this is Ryan Parkin, who is 33, Barnsley in South Yorkshire. Like a big brother, he's been racing for 4 years. I think last year he competed in the Spa 25 hours front cup race at that circuit. This is a 2017 Audi TT, it's front wheel drive, it's got a 2-litre TDI diesel engine. Like the sister car that his brother's driving, this car was originally racing the Volkswagen Racing Car, and has been converted to have a diesel engine. Well, both brothers drive really well in their various cars. Good to have this Audi TT, another car on the grid.
I always thought it was a bit like Paul was getting excited about XR2. I have an Audi TT, didn't like it most of the time. So it was just super, really nice. Didn't like to get back. Not much room actually. There is no.
So there is Parkin there. Race Class C is in. He's a 32-year-old from Surrey. This is a 2-litre Volkswagen Golf GTI, petrol car, prepared by Area Motorsport. So this is basically the type of car that Bradley Bone was, which is with a smaller turbocharger.
Many years ago, antiques, a small design antique plastic.
Really?
As I discovered it.
Small world, isn't it? So that car in the pit, that's going to be challenging for Class B. The Berkeley car, I think, that doesn't have a pit stop penalty within that class. So that's to bring Parkin into contention. Success penalty. Races.
Miles on the tracks.
He's 26. He's just done a personal best lap last time out at 2:26.7. With Parkin then in this Audi, goes down a gear to second, and left with Agostini, he is through the hairpin, then up a gear into third, and fourth for Hamilton, the left hander in the quick corner. Right with his right road, it's very small inputs into the steering wheel, isn't it? It's smooth. Third gear through Williams, now on the back straight, then the fifth. In sixth gear, we are in the top gear then before we get down into the exit into front of Nelson, under the bridge, down a gear into fifth, and 2 gears into fourth through the left hander, and get down another gear I think into third for the right hander, here we go, down to third for Williams, and then a race up a gear into fourth with the right hander at fourth. Get another gear, here we come into fifth, before into forum. Now this is his really long right hand, it's a bit slower as the corner goes on. Out the throttle, and brake, I think going down 2 gears then into Murray's, and then go back up the gearbox to the line. It's another lap for Ryan Parkin. He won't accelerate to the line because he's in the pit stops, so he is into the pit. But yeah, the Janetta of the second place car in car. Back into the 202s for Will Stacey, so the car gets lighter.
There's the number 6 Parkin and Brychta. Operating.
Before they can refuel it, right, has to get out, everything has to be shut on. They've got a fan to pull the engine at the front. When they refuel it, nobody can touch the car. They've got new tyres ready, so on this, the front tyres take, when the front right cars take hammering around here, they're going to, that's why they're pitted in the middle, so each set of front tyres only to do an hour, so they've got to try and do all this in 3 minutes. You'll go into that car, and we're running in third, so that promotes Aaron Cooke to third, and Mark Bryce to fourth. Car, because I don't think it was a particularly longer pit stop. I think they had a transponder issue. It started working again. He's done more laps. I'm not sure if he's in the position he should be, shown in 23rd. So that's going to be a headache, particularly Terry Stevens on the opposite side of the track for us. I suspect the team will be chatting to the officials about that, to see if they can get some lap reinstated. David Lawrence is back out again, so that is, I think, well within time if the car runs now. No throttle body, you can tell us. A good job there by the team. So he's rejoined in 28th position. So about a 20-minute pit stop, so done that in that 20 minutes, which is a good effort at this level. How much would they charge? Great job there. I think the Area Motorsport crew with a team have worked there. All the cars in this championship. He is continuing Will Stacey leads in by 14 seconds. It's a small enough gap, but the pit stops could change this. But neither of the front two cars have a pit stop penalty. But doing this pit stop in 3 minutes, particularly if they're going to change tyres as well, is quite a mission. They're not necessarily guaranteed that can be done in that time frame. Tyres currently being changed on the Darkside car down there in the pit lane. So Ryan Parkin out of the car. Here we handed over to Dylan Brychta. Down the front of the Darkside car, so I imagine that will be all. It does have a 30-second success penalty for the win at Spa last time out. So it'll be a slightly longer pit stop, makes it more possible with a tyre change. And Chris Stevens is down there, I think, in the pits.
I've come down to Capture Motorsport to have a chat with Phil Driver, who's just got out of number 15. Saya, how's it going up there?
It's hot. A bit of a shade today, but it's still hot in the car. I think everybody's more or less in a position to start in it, so it's a bit of a wee bit help a wee bit in the beginning, so kind of this after the session was good fun.
We were just marvelling about the fact that we haven't had a safety car yet.
And that's quite amazing after the last two drivers we've seen. So we could have seen us a bit today to close the gap when we got help again. We'd come in a bit earlier than everybody else. Colin's probably got 2 or 3 tenths on me, so it's not good in the car. We're second stint to see what that takes us.
Of course, you guys were the runners up in the A class last year. He was second in the A class at the moment as well. What do you think you can do for the rest of the season?
We are, but you know, we're probably the quickest out there we recognise that our internal issues and always finish the simple ones. I'll try and qualify top 10, we'll aim for top 5, then with a bit of good fortune we get a podium. We've had a few podiums, so yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, good luck with that. Mine's on cue almost. The sister car's just come in as well, number 27.
I think they're back and forth for the next station. It was on today as well.
Keep an eager eye on them. Thanks for chatting to us, Phil. Let's go back to you.
Thanks, Chris, the driver there. With Chris, ex-British GT racer, enjoying his club racing with his Scotsman, Phil Driver. Let's see how they get on over the course of the season. They have had second, a couple of thirds. They've had a podium of the year. We're halfway in, and an hour gone, and an hour to go. And there is our race leader. Will Stacey is 14 seconds ahead of Brad Burns now. Rob Watson Racing run Lotus Elise. Making its way to the end of 29 laps of the race. Pit in here, distance. A longer first stint by the looks of it. Solo drivers, so they don't need to worry so much about only drivers. Special strategy. A 203.4, so consistently quick is Will Stacey in this car.
Yeah, 202s, 203s, and that's what it's all about. Counting it, those laps, the team comes down
Class B still being led by Luke Schmitz, he hasn't fitted yet. Class C is being led now, I think, by the triple 3 car, by Mike Cooper. There's the Class B leader then. Let's see the Jabba's called Blue, that Blue is run. He's behind that team. The GTI Golf. Through Richie's corner we go, he's in 5th place now because of others pitting. So 209.6 on that last lap, but race best of a 208.3, which is only a couple of seconds off of the lap record held by Brian Chandler here a few seasons ago. Scott Parkin, by the way, ahead of Chris Clarkin. Both cars have made pit stops, and that so I think it's going to be Parkin versus the car we just saw. The Class C leader is for the pit lane, that's Mike Cooper. He will hand over to Thomas Stedman, driver for Warren, in that 2009 Mazda MX-5 Mark III. Make its way down the pit. That will promote Paul Saviani and Jonathan Hayden for the thing. They've made their pit already. Now for the pit So they go now, actually. We've just completed their pit stop, the 66 crew. Hello, Max. He's in 25th. I think Jamie Naylor had a problem with his Mini, so therefore Panamer's a few laps behind. Last leaders. Making again in the 3, 3, 4, 5. Bradley Burns is with your Oswip on the road. He's just gone across the line. Couple of the quick cars together. 16.8 seconds to lead down. 3.2. Got a first track limit penalty. Car number 20 gets a 5-second penalty. That's for Lithuania's Brychta. Furious. So taking a while to get to that point. There's fuel going into the Mazda. Great club racing car. Easily there's 100 the Mazda M5 racing in the UK.
Racing for the first time, of course, they've got the Mazda hours.
Yeah. Massively popular Mazda M5 championship in America. Oh, it's we'll come back to that because there's a big problem. One of our front runners, Brychta, in the Audi TT that he shared with Brian Parkin, he's coming to a halt, coming out of Agostini. The dashboard's gone, so I wonder if the engine has cut out and come back on now. The dash, I think, refires the car up. The dashboard quickly went 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st here, so I'm not sure if that's just a reset process, which Dylan Brychta is trying to go through at the moment. Back in the 1st gear. I know it's not again, so he's turning it back off. He's trying to reset the car. Back on again. Better have this onboard coverage of this car. It's back on again. The dashboard has come back to life. It's cycling the electronics of the car, I think. Got to pick the car radio in this championship, so I imagine the Darkside crew will be talking through what to do. I think he's got going, hasn't he? Hard to tell.
He's sitting so behind the barrier.
Last shot it almost looked like it was crashed. So we can get the outside shot again to get an idea where the car is. I think it's moving. It's vibrating badly, but it is moving. So he's currently working through.
Yeah, there's two things happening.
It's on the grass now, isn't it? It's going to put it on the road. It's moving though extremely slowly. It's put into a safe position now. Can he get it back to the bits? Another contender gone, isn't it, from a good result. He's running inside the top 10 after his pit stop. So Dylan Brychta had a problem there. Porsche, they were the winners in Class A last time out at Spa-Francorchamps, where they Marshall now trying to let Dylan know where to go. It's on the wrong side of the circuit, really, in the middle of the infield. They won't want him to get stuck there, will they? They won't want to let Dylan be stuck on the inside of the corner all the time. If he gets to Magostini, he'll get back into the paddock on the right turn, so I'm sure that's what the Marshal would be telling him. The Cup car, the Clio Cup cars in the pit, Chris Byalon, who shares with two Volkswagen. There's the Mazda. It's 7, isn't it, that car? Chris Byalon, who he raced an M3 in this championship for a little bit.
Piranha Racing.
It's been a few years now since we've had Clio Cup cars having their own one-make series in the country. That's a long time part of the Toka package. I think this is the Generation 4 car. And Simon Mason is about to get into the race.
Yeah, I've turned it up and on, like, turned it up and on a few times.
There, so Brychta has parked it up in sort of the gap between the barriers. And I think that is the day done then for the car that won at Spa, which was a race that ran slightly to a different format. It was 200-minute races with racing times combined.
Oswick is being shown back in 5th place in the number 2 car.
That's good. Great job there by the timekeepers to get that back filtered in.
Bicycle Stanley Handling, BMW M4.
Behind Mark Bryce and Will Beach, who have also made their pit stop.
Yeah, by about 12 seconds.
And ahead of the Sylvester and Cooke car. So potentially a good pit stop there for the
Lead car
Bryce and
in
Beach
the
team.
pits.
Oh yes, so this is all getting quite significant now. Brad Burns has carried on. One churn of fuel has gone into the Lotus. Does it need a second? Don't think so. There's Will Stacey with the white helmet having a chat to the crew. Oh, and now
You're okay here. If you're
engine cover comes off. Now we have seen this before. They top up the fluids on the car.
What does he have in the way of penalties?
Does not.
Doesn't,
no
does
penalties. He didn't do Spa. He retired at Oulton Park. Will Stacey won the first 2 rounds. No penalty either for Baker and Burns. Yeah, at Oulton Park they topped the car up with fluid. The engine light was on red for the whole second half of the race, but it lasted. I suspect they're topping it up with fluids again here. But can they do that in that 3-minute pit stop time? There is our new race leader then. So that is Bradley Burns in his first race, I think in the UK for Club Enduro. He raced at Spa. Although I don't think they did. I think they broke in qualifying actually. So it might be Bradley Burns' first race in Club Enduro. He's a 22-year-old from Surrey. He won races in the 2018 Clio Cup here in the UK. He was 5th in the championship. Did Paul Revette win the championship that year, which was a huge surprise. Paul raced running. Bradley Burns right in the championship contention that season. And it's great to have him here in the championship. And did he come through or did he come into the pit lane? Yeah, no, come through. That's over 3 laps. 2 minutes 5.9. Oh, it had a huge slide. He had a huge slide going through Ritchie's there. So I wonder if the tyres are starting to go off now on that car. He saved the slide though. Continues. Alan James has taken over from Matthew Stockford. Heads out in the Audi RS3. In Europe.
Yeah, that's right.
Only 22 years of age. The younger one driving the grid. Got also a little bit younger though. Now is Will Stacey going to get out ahead of Will Beach? He's on his way, so I think he is. He's going to be on leading pit stopper. He's going to rejoin in second. Away he goes. Now you can see on your screen out of the pits comes Will Stacey. Good pit stop there, I think. And a long way clear, as should be of Will Beach, who is third. Fourth is Joel Osling, is 10 seconds behind Beach and chasing. Fifth is 87, Dan Sylvester, out to another car, his third car of the day. In sixth position is 15, which is Phil Driver. In seventh position, 117, Martin Gadsby. In 8th position is 92, which is Andrew Raff. In 9th position is 40, which is Brett Lindsay, taken over to David Collins. And then in 10th position is 95, which is Luke Vic, is handed over to Kevin Glover. And I think Kevin Glover may well have come out the pits in the lead. That's just happened, so we'll see as they come through on the next lap. But there is Will Stacey, our leading pit stopper, in 2nd position. At the moment, waiting for the area Golf to pit, and then that's going to work well. Stacey is 50 seconds ahead of Will Beach, who is being caught by Joel Oswick. So a battle for 3rd position on the cards, I think. That is 7 seconds. On the last lap, Oswick was 3 seconds quicker than the Slash ahead of him. But Class B leaders have gone through. They're both pitted. Kevin Glover is 5 seconds ahead of Scott Parkin. That is a change in the pit stop period. Parkin was ahead in the early stages. It's now Kevin Glover who's taken over from Luke Schmidt. That's 95 being chased by 89. So 95 versus 89 in Class B. So we're here in the Rose Civic, which would also be potentially Class B number 5 with a problem. So that is the Lewis and Aaron Rose car. You can see on the screen now the Schumacher Racing Cars.com packed car. Unfortunately, out of the race, it's steaming a little bit, isn't it? The monitor over the car and looks to be out of contention, which is a shame. Now, is Gold into the pits, I wondered. There's David Lawrence, who's still going, who's leading Class C. 66th in 18th position is Johnny Hayes, who's taken over from Paul Saviani. He leads Class C. Second in that class is Triple Free, which is Mike Cooper, Thomas Stenton and Masden. And the car you're free now is third in Class C, which is 10, which is Robert Fenwick, who shares with Andy Shepherd. So, there's a lead, he's still out there, hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. Brad Burns, still going. We all saw this when Cole Swift drove with Rob Bacon, didn't we? Do a long stint at the start. And then Rob Baker would take over for the end. Will Stacey's made his pit stop with the Rob Boston Racing team, I think, are downstairs with Chris Stevens.
Down at Rob Boston Racing with engineer Mike. I mean, your boy's been doing a pretty good job so far.
He's managing it so far, yeah. Doing well. Hopefully keep it up.
And then we yet to see on it, but looks good out there now.
I know, we had some problems in quali. Went through a head gasket unfortunately again. We seem to be holding up strong for the minute. I don't know where it's come out it's not. But yeah, going for the win, hopefully.
And you're pretty busy this weekend. You're on double duty or maybe even triple duty because you're running a second car and you might be driving.
Possibly. He's going to try and go the full 2 hours himself. He's never done it before. But I'm here, I did quali with him. And if he can't make it, I'll jump in and maybe do the last 20 minutes if needed.
So with Will's car, any worries for those last few laps?
All strong. Bring it over, that's all it is.
Good man, well, good luck to you. Well, guys, let's go back upstairs.
Thanks, Chris. There's the leader, or the leader pit stopper. Let me see what you've heard there. From Mike Stanford, I think, who's potentially going to drive with Peter Mansfield in the 19 car. First lap on a full tank for Will Stacey at 2:04.71. There is a 3-lap penalty for 177 that Chris Boyle on Simon Mason Clio, and a 3-lap penalty is making a pit stop of less than 3 minutes. So that's a big error from Patsy because they've probably only gained a few seconds. They've been given a 3-lap penalty, which is going to put them out of any significant result.
It was better to err on the side of caution, money with these podium penalties.
I don't know if we've seen one of those in these races, and that's a mistake. We saw the pit stop, didn't we? Obviously, it went a bit early. So there is Stacey, he continues to lead, it's 48. Or second place with lead of the pit stoppers. He's still 50 seconds ahead of Will Beach, who is still 7 ahead of Joel Osbeck, so we're not any closer to Will Beach. Like that. Class B leaders, the gap is 4.7 seconds between Kevin Glover and Scott Parkin. Parkin was half a second quicker on that last lap.
Yeah, Oswick gained half a second. There's been a warning flag out for Scott Parkin.
Now for 40, which is Brett Lindsay having his Tegiwa debut. James Collins' BMW. Class B leaders across the line. The gap now comes down by another 3 tenths of a second, so that's now 4.5 seconds, I think, between Kevin Glover and Scott Parkin, because that driving standards warning flag overhanging his race. That is going to be quite a chase, isn't it, in Class B?
Under 45 minutes to go.
Well, there's Alan James, who's aboard the Audi RS3 now. Matthew's got a good started. Alan James, the 42-year-old team manager from Wales. Massively experienced driver, racing the Preventing International Series, 12 or 24-hour races, so it's other races with a real sprint in comparison. Team Dynamics Racing pair on the RS3. There's Martin Gadsby, who's taken over from Ian Jones. I think they are 7th, so they're going well in that 3.2 litre BMW compact. Gadsby is 8 seconds ahead of Brett Lindsay, and Lindsay is chasing, so if you look in the background, not the next car, but the one after that is Brett Lindsay. So he is chasing after this man, Martin Gadsby. Lindsay, the 32-year-old from Kent, who's been racing BMWs at the Nürburgring on the Nordschleife in the NLS, the BLN International Endurance Series. Before that, he raced Clios in Europe and the UK. He is chasing this Martin Gadsby down towards Agostini. There goes Oswick. Across the line, he's got another 4 tenths to Beach. So that seems to be around that difference.
6.4.
There is Brett Lindsay then in that car, he's sharing with James Collins. He's a pretty experienced driver. Definitely feels quite a wide open circuit compared to the Nürburgring Nordschleife. I think it's been racing on over the last few seasons. Not sure that's the track you've driven, Marcus, at all. Nürburgring. Into the pits is the leader, so this is the important moment then. So Brad Burns is in to hand over to team boss Rob Baker. A second churn of fuel going in. So Stacey's done 35 laps on lap 36. Baker and Burns are complete 37 when it goes out of the pit lane. So there goes Stacey onto the same lap. The gap was 3 minutes and 14 seconds. The pit stop is 3 minutes. The transit time, probably about 14 seconds. You might wonder. So it should be pretty close, I would think, if they can get these pit stops done in the time. And I wonder if they will change tyres like we saw some of the others. But they are standing by just behind our graphics, timing graphics. Fuel in. Rob Baker then opens the door. Tyre ready to go on. Yeah, the wheel guns come out, so they're changing the front tyres then on the Golf.
Spoiler on the front, doesn't it? That's the full Parkin round if you get home.
Bit off. See, they're ready to make some used in this championship. It's in pretty good condition, doesn't it? City, as the mechanic would like it to. Okay, now there's 5 nuts to go on. Where is Will Stacey? And then in the Lotus, looks like we can pick him up around the track. Close this is going to be, but they come out. Stacey's last lap was 4.43, so pretty quick. Try change going on in the pit lane. B leaders, by the way, about to come across the line. That gap is probably similar to what it was. We've had a car off, back for Pirias and RC Honda, and a 5-second penalty for Scott Parkin. The championship leader is getting a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Here's
Stacey at 4.
Tyre change is still going on. I think Stacey, as we would expect, should reclaim the lead. Here he comes, out of the final corner. He's about to put a lap on Colin Gillespie, who's 6. There's a penalty ball going out to the Class B man, Scott Parkin, but Will Stacey there takes the lead of the race. Retakes the lead after 37 laps. Therefore, for Rob Baker. This tyre change, that wheel that was not going on, is not going on still. So this is a real drama then for the Area Motorsport team. The wheel will not go on. Here it is. We've got a view of it now, Marcus. Now it's not actually working. No, it's still not seating all right. And this is the bit where you take the tyre change. That pit stop's done. You're going to come back out in second. I think in the background, Martin Gadsby's back in the pit, so the Germany compact was running well. Going for the second stop, obviously a problem. And there goes Rob Baker, he's 44 seconds behind. That pit stop was at least half a minute longer than it needed to be. There's Stacey. They've got half a lap up the road. Coming down towards Foggies. Still trying to put a lap on the Seat, which is double the size and height of the Lotus.
It's all about being patient.
So
I guess it's when you contact into it, you're okay, you're ahead again.
Yeah. So the order then after the pit stops is 48 for Stacey leading. Second is 1, Rob Baker, who's taken over from Bradley Burns. Third is 27, which is Will Beach, who's taken over from Mark Bryce, who's being caught with by the man in fourth place. That's car number 2, which is Joel Oswick. In fifth is 87, which is Dan Sylvester, who's taken over from Aaron Cooke. Sixth, about to go a lap down, is 15, which is Colin Gillespie, who took over from Phil Driver. In seventh is 40, which is Brett Lidsey, who's taken over from David Collins. In eighth is 92, which is Andrew Rapp, who's taken over from Phil Nib. In ninth is the Class B leader, 95, which is Kevin Glover, who's taken over from Luke Clements. In 10th is 89, Scott Parkin, the Champion leader, who's got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. There goes Stacey across the line. It's still not clear to Sayat. This could have been a problem if the pit stop for the Golf was more successful than it was. So we saw Bradley going to get out. That slower pit stop has cost them a lot of time. Chris Stevens is down there in their garage.
Bradley Burns just jumped out of the number 1 area motorsport car. It was a very lucky stint for you.
Yeah, it was a long one. Couldn't keep up with the first one. Just carried on going. Tyres just getting off. Got past me, a couple of laps here. Tyres totally destroyed, so just carried on going. But new 7. Just beginning to this work. We'll see how it is. I don't know where he is now, but hopefully he can keep his head down.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a slightly less than optimal stop for you.
Yeah, we're running these guys. The tyres now are different reasons, and it's just been a pain to get on, as you've seen there.
Obviously this car's had an awful lot of work done for the season. Pretty much debuted at the beginning of the season, but you're a newer element to it. So how have you been impacted the team?
Yeah, it's been fine. Did a couple of test days, good Spa, the engines are doing great, and then just come straight here and did the first day test. Got used to the car now, it's all good, the car's all dialed in, the tools, so it's still on the drive.
You think Rob can maybe put a bit of pressure on Will towards the end of this race?
Hopefully he can put his head down and give it a step. I don't know where he is now, but yeah, he can do
Right, good luck. Thanks for chatting to us. Let's go back upstairs.
Thanks, Chris. So there was Bradley Burns describing that problem they had in that pit stop, and that means they are at 45 seconds behind the race leader, Will Stacey. There is Rob Baker with new front tyres on, so he'll have a bit more grip, but quick outset the penalty they gave themselves. That was the pit stop.
Yeah, well,
Bit of the river right off. Rob said it was like 380 brake horsepower. He told me earlier in the year. There he comes. He's definitely pushing on. Up across the line. Will Stacey's finally cleared the Sayat, so he's back on it. The gap then 45 seconds. They're both up in the 5s. There's Peter Mansfield in the second racing car. So he's now on that one. He is running 17. Down the order now, 8 minutes, mandatory pit stop. The gap third and fourth that we've been monitoring is 5 seconds between Will Beach and Joel Oswick. Slightly slower last lap from Oswick. It has been catching up until that point.
5 seconds. You took over traffic from side to side.
10-second penalty for car 20. That before track limits had 5. We had 10 or 15-second penalty for car 20. So that's a bit off Imperius. He gets another track limit. I think that'll be a drive-through penalty. He is running in 22nd and 4th in Class C. There's been a change of second in the class though, since we last looked, because Rob Fenwick, the Janetta, ahead of Thomas Stedman in the Mantronics 5, changed to second in Class C recently. And here are the Class B leaders, nose to tail. So Kevin Glover has been caught by Scott Parkin. He's Parkin didn't have this penalty for the track limits earlier in the race, that would be a truer battle than it is. But Parkin gets half, he's still got time to pull a 5-second gap out. So the petrol engine car, Kevin Glover, leading Class B. Kevin, the 34-year-old firefighter from Lincolnshire, is ahead. Massively experienced Volkswagen Golf driver, 15 years he's been racing these types of cars. He's twice a championship class champion, racing the Brychta 24 hours in the past as well. And he's ahead then of the championship leader at the moment, Scott Parkin. They're back for 9th and 10th overall. He's getting past Jamie Naylord's Mini that's back in the race. Ivan Mayer's, I think, run out of fuel, so he's come in and then relayed back to the Mini. So through goes Parkin. The Darkside car left, the Audi earlier on. And there is Peter Mansell's Lotus, refueled, ready to go again. For the last half hour. Counting down. 3 minutes is up, so away that car will go back into the race. Team enjoyed in something like 18th position, I think. Battle very much up for grabs. 3rd position overall up for grabs too. Well, Gadley's back out in the compact. He's just lapping those Class B cars. Quite a pass he's behind them now. He's 14. I wonder if Ian Jones has got back in it. He's going in the 205s on that last lap. That might be the case. After Gadley's gone long enough in the car that he wanted to. And Ian Jones is going to get back in to finish. And Parkin there almost drew up alongside the leading car of the classes alongside, but no, round the outside of the slower Lotus goes Kevin Glover. Class B leaders, petrol powered Golf ahead of the diesel machine. Different ideas on the rear wings as well. I think the Glover cars got a little bit more standard rear wing, and then the racing spec for Parkin.
Parkin cars was earlier era of Golf, isn't it? So like a Golf 5 or something.
Glover's Mark 7, Parkin I think Mark 6, Mark 20 there.
5 and 6 suspension, which they dropped to 220.
Great to have that battle though between those two different types of cars. Next penalty going out is number 92, that's Glover track limit, 5-second penalty. Phil Nab and Rath. Down to Grundle. Parkin has a look. I guess he's got to get on with this a little bit because he knows he's got to pull out that 5-second gap. So he can't wait too long. There's not much to separate these two cars. The Jabba Golf that's ahead missed the first couple of meetings, started at Oldham Park and won immediately. And then missed Spa. I guess it's perhaps a little in the water experiment ready for championship campaign next season. See how many cars they can get on the way. Glover pushing on, stays ahead. The fastest lap between these two cars are separated by 0.04 of a second, so massively similar. A 5-second penalty for the car in 3rd place now, 27, the Mark Rice, and now Will Beach car is getting a 5-second penalty, and they are basically 4.9 seconds ahead of Joel Osborne. So it's a shame we're going to have these races not necessarily on the circuit for positions, but
to go this Monday.
This track penalty is not immune in this championship compared to the others around the country. So there is Glover. He's behind, the change has happened. Scott Parkin has got ahead on the road for the Class B lead. Down towards Agostini he comes. He's defending, but really what he needs to do over those next 28 minutes of the race is put out a 5-second margin. See if he has the pace to do that. These Golf in Class B, very popular. 3 cars on the goal, Class B. Only half a minute behind in third. Williams, the Bentley straight they come. The show, Glover. Onto that lower rear spoiler, whether that's a little bit more effective through the air. Progress. I guess the diesel power balance will be a bit different as well.
Yeah, diesel much lower revenue.
To complete their 41st lap of the race. Leader has done 42 after 8. Well, it's actually 43, but that's 8 behind them.
Irrespective of the penalty for the price of beach, close.
Yeah, that's right. So he's going to come the road. And also, I think it's on a warning, isn't he? So he and C's track limits again, they're both going to say penalties 4 points. On the road, 6 tenths of a second. Now going to try and pull clear. Paul Stacey has done 43 laps. Goes across the line, flashing his lights, takes Class K, he's third in Class B. The 32-year-old Audi from Surrey. There's our Class C leader. Johnny Hayes, the 54-year-old from Shrewsbury, 5 years of racing experience, finished second in the Class C Championship last year. His car's a 1999 BMW compact, 2.8 litre engine. Of course, basically a compact cup car, but it's got a bigger engine, bigger brakes, more stronger differential as well. Prepared by CRM technology. And interestingly, he's right with David Lawrence on the circuit, who would have been involved in that battle had he not had those issues earlier. David Lawrence is just trying to score points, while Johnny Hayes is going for his last win. He's just completed 39 laps. A little way behind. Second in the class is Rob Fenwick, genetically clear from Stedman's Mazda. Third. There's the Ginetta, that's 4th in Class B, that's the Chris Webster car. Well, then the Mazda behind, that's the car that you mentioned, which is 2nd in Class C. Class B cars across the line. Parkin was 100 quicker than Kevin Glover, so the pace between them is massively similar. So I guess what Glover needs to do is just keep with him out the senior track limits. Said and done. But he's been pretty good at doing that up till now. But Kevin Glover, who is second on the road, his teammate Luke Schlevick, I think, down in the pit lane with Chris.
I'm down at the Java Sport garage with Luke Schlevick. So Luke, your boys involved in a pretty intense fight for the Class B lead. But of course, Scott's got a 5-second penalty. Do you reckon you can hang on to it?
Hopefully, yeah. We're just having a bit of a driving issue at the moment, which is driving around. Right next to it. It's not 5-second penalty, so as long as we can stick on the back of it, we should be okay.
Otherwise, it's been a good race for you guys so far. I mean, both of you guys have seen 30 seconds or less penalties today.
Yeah, it's been straightforward, really. But first thing was just about managing the tyres, keeping in contact with Scott, obviously, try and build a gap with the rest of the Class B cars, and then see what we can do with when he come in, which was why I sort of turned it on and reduced the last lap time when he come in to get a bit of a gap.
Scott and Darkside development is really good, really good performance. They're just being welcome to the overall championship as well. What we're going to do to take the fight to it.
We've obviously missed the first 2 rounds because we wanted to do Spa, so run into a bit of a budget, so it's kind of missed try and maximise what we can out of it, really. Good luck. We look forward to seeing how that pans out. Thanks for chatting to us. Right, guys, let's go back upstairs.
Thanks, Chris. Good to hear there from Luke, who raced an M3 in the early days of Club Enduro. That's back, and there his car goes, like flames across the line. And on that lap, half a second quicker with Parkin, so he gets out to over a second on the road. That's just under 4 in the corrected time at this point. It's always easier to chase, isn't it? It's not a bad place to be behind.
Absolutely. Often the person who's chasing tends to gaps in the traffic they see.
The gap between Mark Wright and Joel Oswick, 4.3 seconds. It's often around that 5-second margin, which the Western Beach has as a penalty to be added to the end of his race. Continue to watch the cars. So in the infield section, it's over 20 minutes of the race to go. It's 45 laps. So we're coming up to 150 miles of racing.
Yeah, I believe it's about 205, regular spot. 4 seconds to go.
In Los Feliz, moving down the order. See if he goes back out, or no, he can go back out, isn't he? Maybe a checkered flag. Stacey, his teammate, going across the line. I think 46, that was in the 4s that time. A little bit quicker than he had been doing. Perhaps we didn't have traffic to go that bit quicker. In the battle with third, Joel Oswick is getting a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limit, so it's no longer important enough to keep within that 5 seconds to be. People want to get past him on the road. And we saw that we had that warning flag earlier.
Both those cars subject to that 5 seconds.
A lot of laps to do, isn't it, without running wide that many times. And that's interesting if Joel Oswick can pick his pace up now, because he's been hovering around 4 seconds. Whether he can pick the pace up and actually catch him on the road. There's Alan James, who's 11th. Now what's happened here? Because there's Kevin Glover. It was a slow last lap at 2:11, and it's got Parkin.
Yes, long way back.
That must be more than 5 seconds.
Trying to figure out the problem has come to mind.
It wasn't 5 seconds on the line, but it's got 5 seconds now. Looks like Scott Parkin will reclaim the Class B lead. He's had a second, a third, 5th so far this season, is Scott Parkin. Another win today. There's Mark and Gadsby, now possibly in Jones back in. Their start is 14th, behind them is the race leader, Will Stacey, is 46 seconds ahead of Baker now. Great big rear wing on that car, big rear diffuser. I think it's got an underfloor aerodynamics as well. Through he goes, the 47 laps. At 2:05.16 that time for Stacey. There goes Parkin, leading Class B on the road by how far now? A long way. Seeing that the 2:13 for Glover, and the gap is 8 seconds. So Scott Parkin now takes the lead on corrected times in Class B ahead of Kevin Glover. There he is then, Scott Parkin. championship leader by 15 points coming into this weekend. There's 2 rounds to go after this at Donington Park at Silverstone on the Grand Prix circuit to complete the season. And if you count 5 of your 7 scores, this is going to put Scott Parkin in a very good place heading to Donington Park in the championship. Into the hairpin, D'Agostini. 189, big cloud of dust ahead. Can't just stick to wheel and tyre out over the dirt there. What to do on a quick corner like Hamilton. Named after the 7-time world champion. Williams this corner, another fake motorsport name. Multiple Formula 1 manufacturers champion, of course. And the Bentley Straight, which is a sports car brand, Le Mans victories. Great to have by British Motorsport, great corner names to talk about rather than
Brundle Nelson there.
I think it is Lord. I think it is Lord Nelson, I think it is for the county.
Race in it, did he?
No, did he not?
Big slide from the BMW.
That's a Fabiani car.
Yes.
So that's our Class C leader by about a minute and 45. They've got a big class lead. Still pushing on. That lap last time round was 2:18.3. Best lap will be 2:16.5. Parkin got a load of traffic to deal with. The drive-through penalty board being prepared for car 20, I think. That's Vitos Kavirias, the Lithuanian. We mentioned that he was exceeding track limits, and if he did it one more, he'd get a drive-through penalty. That is what's coming up now. 97 is in. That is the Lotus Elise this weekend, driven by Daniel Jude and Mike Rayner. Mike Rayner from the wheel, Dan Jude there, working on the car. This car was driven earlier in the season by Magdalena King and Amy Riley from the female racing. This weekend at Mike Rayner, let's have a go. And Parkin, the Class B leader, by 7.7 seconds now. So Glover's picked his pace back up, back on par with Parkin. Not a bit of a mistake at distributing that problem. It's difficult to drive around. Joel Osborne's catching Mark Rice, isn't he, for third? So now that since he's had that penalty, he's picked his pace up. He was a second quicker than Mark Rice in the last lap. The gap was 1.6 seconds. That is a battle to try and pick up on the third position, 27, which it will be, as will now, and 2, Joel Osborne. The battle on the road for a podium here. And they are working lap 49 of the race. Watching on our screens, Scott Parkin, Class B leader, had been caught on the road by Alan James for 9th place overall.
Yep, now got the leader on to his 50th lap, Will Stacey.
2:09 last time, leader. Caught in traffic. You can see the black flag, driver penalty board going out. As the leader goes through, there's the Lotus that is going.
That's Alan James has just passed Scott Parkin, place going up towards Skoda.
A bit more power in Class A car. Gap between Parkin and Glover has come down by 4 tenths on that lap. So it's now 6.4 seconds. Glover could well still grab the Class B win yet. Right, coming up to Murray's, the final corner is that back to third place. Will Beach in the Seat. Hasn't been caught by Joel Osborne anymore on this lap. About the same, I would think. So up across the line, the battle for third and fourth in the race. Seat and Will Beach is now just over a second ahead of Joel Osborne. turns into Richie's the first corner. Inside the circuit.
0-4 between.
Inside the circuit, so Parkin continues on. This lead, which correctly timed is just 2 seconds over Kevin Glover. Running for third place is Agostini, is it? No, just coming down towards Agostini now, turn 4. And just gone out of shot, just past. It's the Seat and the BMW, just behind him on the road, Mini of Jamie Naylor. But yeah, Oswick's a bit closer now. So as they go through, there he is on the screen now, 27, that's Will Beach, who's in third position in the Capture Motorsport Seat, the Class A Championship leaders. They've had a first, a second and a fifth. That's their best results this year. But just behind is Joel Oswick in the German Autoworks BMW. Joel Oswick, another slow lap for Stacey, 2:10. And there's smoke coming from the leading car. Is this the head gasket problem for Will Stacey? He's done 1 hour and 48 minutes. He's done 150 miles. But the Lotus may not be going for much longer. So we've got that ongoing. We've got the battle between Will Stacey to look out for.
12 minutes to go.
Yeah, can it keep going for that long? Can he limp it home at this speed? Because he leads by 37 seconds. He's been caught by 5 seconds a lap at the moment. So we've got a real endurance chase going on.
6 laps in it.
Well, the car lasts that long. 10-second penalty now for 92, by the way. That's Phil Nibb and Andrew Raff. That adds to their 5 from earlier for track limits.
Just getting past the Janetta.
Battle with third into the third one. Joel Oswick's run around the outside of Will Beach. They're almost side by side, but the Seat stayed ahead. So through the first corner they go. The gap across the line was 0.3 of a second. Here they come down towards the hairpin. Oswick's on the grass, he's back on the road again, trying to get past the Seat ahead of him then, of Joel Oswick. The car race has come alive, hasn't it, with less than 15 minutes to go. Out of the hairpin they come. Joel Oswick has a little bit more power than the Seat, and he draws it from alongside, he can't quite get there. So Beach turns through the corner ahead, and this Williams Motor Company back Seat. Joel Oswick behind then. Joel, who's had a second and a third this season, to the outside into the hairpin box.
Cut back. Out of Agostini. There he goes, and a couple of cars ahead of him. The red Honda. Nice back car Honda for the Renault team.
There's huge smoke coming from Stacey's car now. He's opened the door, I think, to get some air in.
Problem is coming into the pits, and yeah, that's a massive problem. It's the Rads, I guess, struggling as well.
Probably is.
That's been the current drama, hasn't it?
And there, I think, if you'll shoot across the line, Bradley Burns takes the lead in the Area Motorsport, or Baker now takes the lead in the car that he shares with Bradley Burns. The Area Motorsport Volkswagen Golf leads, I think, for the first time in Club Enduro in the final stages of the race. And they get the car home over the next 5 laps. 5 laps to go. Oh, as Beach goes wide, Oswick's a bit further behind, so has Joel Oswick got a problem now as well. If we stay with this shot, where's the BMW gone? It's not coming through. Is Joel Oswick for the pit lane as well? I think he might be. So we've had 2 of the potential podium finishers both have issues at the same point of the race. So they're in the pit lane. It's the Lotus with a problem. The car steaming well from that part of the car, Marcus. So I think that's it. That's the head gasket Oswick thing. But where is Joel?
There's Oswick.
I've been limping across the line massively slowly. That way.
They're trying to do the last 8 minutes to go.
It happened at this point at Anglesey as well. It went at this speed and then the car stopped. So they thought they could make it a bit more reliable with less power, but it's exactly the same things happened. Mark Bryce is getting a 10-second penalty. Still going on, isn't it? Ian Jones and Mark Gadsby for the pit lane, yeah. It was 1 hour 45 minute race, none of this would have happened. But 2 hours, it seems like a few cars, a few minutes too long. So yeah, Brychta and Beach are getting a further 10-second penalty, so they'll make it 15. They're far enough ahead of Oswick, who's limping, and Dan Sylvester and Aaron Cooke for the podium, possibly in the Audi. Oh, it's Janetto's way off. No, is this on, possibly on the fluid from the Lotus?
May well be. It's possibly just water. Have some kind of coolant in it as well.
So that was Rob Fenwick off. It broke in the front right corner of the BMW, who's the Gasly car. Kicked the wheel and it moved a lot further than it should do. And that's the front right corner gone on that car. Cancel again, just to demonstrate that it's definitely broken. So the leader is now number 1. Oh, we've got a black flag for 20. Now, is that the next track limit for Imperial? I think he's going to be called in and have a word with the car for the course, I think. So right, we've got 7 minutes to go. The leader is 1, which is Rob Baker. Second is 27, Mark Price. Is number 2 still going in 3rd place? That was slow across the line last time for Joel Oswick. 4th is 87, which is Dan Sylvester. 5th is 40, Brett Lindsay. In 6th is 15, Colin Gillespie. And 7th is 92, Phil Neal. And Alan James, I think, will be up to 8th. There is the leader then, Rob Baker, the 3-time champion. Won the last 3 championships this year. It's going to be a much harder feat to achieve that. A new car for this year. The Class B leaders are 5.7 seconds apart. Scott Parkin to Kevin Glover. Remember, Scott Parkin has a 5-second penalty. So that is very much on the Class B win. There is Oswick. He's only made it to Agostini. So it's taken a good couple of minutes for him to get through 4 corners. So might get the car back to the pit lane. But you do score points in the championship if you complete 50%, even if you don't finish taking the checkered flag. So you score points, but obviously the podium is on there. It can happen. For Dan Sylvester then, he's into 3rd. I think we've only got 3 cars on the lead lap now because of the problems for the front runners. There's the BMW, it's still moving. But it's dropping down the order. Brett Lindsay. Oh, Brett Lindsay's still on the lead lap. He got 4 on the lead lap in 40, the M3. In the car James Collins started. That car's into 4th. The order now quite different to what it was in the first half of the race, which is probably.
I think the order behind the Baker and Burns Golf is now 5 minutes from the checkered flag. Going
Class B lead that went up by 6 seconds on that lap. 6.3 seconds now. Something like 3 laps to go. That's something where only on the road drivers will come. So that's the mechanical drivers, they may not be the last ones. And Will Stacey out of the car, he's down in the pit lane, I think, with Prince Stevens.
Will Stacey, I mean, racing can be so cruel. What happened?
I think earlier on, I think that's the car about midway. So I saw the temperature shoot up. And then sometime previously in the lap 3, running alright. And I think a few laps before we stopped, had to put it over the tyres. And then at that point, at the end, we had all we just died in the end. Crawled back to the pits, really.
I mean, it was an absolute masterclass up until that point. Just in a second to clear. You know, this is, it must be a really hard one to solve.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it worked, it was very quick. So I think all I had to do was get a clean first few laps, get past the Golf, and just sort of gradually put the laps in. Because I knew that they were quick quality fairly quick. But obviously they were on fresh tyres and everything, so that helps. Whereas we can do that pace on old tyres. So it's quick around here and just had to be consistent and not do anything crazy. But unfortunately the car didn't quite make it.
We're remaining fantastically composed and very frustrating day. A few more rounds.
one or not DNF. So maybe we're in a good chance to see how it pans out.
Hard luck maybe, but yeah, it makes sense. Guys, let's go back to you. Looks like the number 2 is about to come in as well.
Joel Oswick has not made it. He has stopped on the back straight, and Joel Oswick's not going to take the checkered flag either. There's just under 3 minutes of the race to go, and Rob Baker is working at lap 55 of the race. He leads by 48 seconds over Will Beach, who did a slow lap last time at 2 minutes 14 with car in second position. But a decent gap, I think, he has over Dan Sylvester with a 15-second penalty overhanging second place car. Can't afford to do that lap time for the last 2 laps of the race. I think we've got. On the penultimate lap is Baker. It's going to be a 56 lap race. There goes Sylvester. He is 30 seconds behind Bryce. That comes down to 15 on corrected times. There's our Class B leader. Scott Parkin, he is now 7 ahead of Kevin Gluck. The last couple of laps have pulled that gap back out, so that on corrected times is just over 2 seconds.
Scott Parkin, 59.
It's across the Chilton and Stacey over similar times. Low on the road as well is 88, which is limping home. That's Joe Williams, who is 14th. To get him to the flag. So, a few cars. It does feel like an endurance race, doesn't it? This last 15 minutes. On the checkered flag's gone out, so I think we're running out of time here. The checkered flag has gone out then to our race winners. Congratulations to Area Motorsport. Bradley Burns and Rob Baker win a 55 lap race. That's 165 miles of Snetterton. Congratulations to them. A great race. Great to have no interruptions. Play out in true form over the 2-hour period. Now is Will Beach still going at a good enough speed to come home second? And we look forward to our winners as well. Taking the flag.
Gillespie and driver in cars. 5th place.
Here comes Will Beach. I think Class A Championship leaders, Mark Bryce and Will Beach. They will take second place. Yeah, better last lap that, so that guarantees second place with that pairing. 50 seconds behind on the road, on the Gulf. Here's the Class C winner up across the line. That's Johnny Hayes with Paul Saviani. The BMW Compact wins in Class B. For the first time this season. There's Dan Sylvester across the line to finish 3rd with Aaron Cooke in the Audi. Volkswagen, Seat and Audi are over in top 3 with a BMW 4, so 4 manufacturer car in the top 4 positions. I think Scott Parkin was just ahead of Rob Baker on the road, so therefore he may get an extra lap in comparison to his class rival. That should guarantee, I think, the Class B victory for Scott Parkin, and that is going to bring him very close, I would think, to the overall championship with a couple of rounds to go.
4th for Collins at Lindsay, 4:08, 4:55 lap.
There's Scott Parkin, takes the flag, and I believe the Class B win. Rob Baker takes the checkered flag again. Perhaps surprised by the flag coming out of lap early. So I think that has completed the Tegiwa Club Enduro Championship race here at Snetterton. The 165 miles of Snetterton with the 750 Boating Club. The win went the way of Rob Baker and Bradley Burns, and we will have a look at the full results in just a moment's time. Let's have a look at the results then of our final race. The winner was number 1, which was Rob Baker and Bradley Burns. By 50 seconds from 27, Mark Bryce and Will Beach. 3rd was 87, Dan Sylvester and Aaron Cooke. 4th for 40, James Collins and Brett Lidsey. 5th was 15, Colin Gillespie and Phil Driver. 6th was 92, Phil Knibb. 7th went the way of Matthew Stockford and Alan James. 8th was Scott Parkin, he won Class B again. In 9th was Luke Slavitz and Kevin Glover, second in Class B and third in class, completing the top 10 with Chris Plaskett. 11th went the way of Matthew Tidmarsh and Chris Webster. On the road in 12th was Chris Byron and Simon Mason, but they're going to get a significant 3-lap penalty, which will move Joe Williams up, who managed to make it to the flag, limping home. Joel Oswald will be classified in 14th, ahead of Will Stacey. Both are classified in the finishes, but didn't take the checkered flag. Jonathan Hayes and Paul Saviani in 16th, win in Class C. Second in the class are Rob Fenwick and Andy Shepherd, and third Thomas Stedman and Mike Hooper. Looking further back in Class C, in 4th position was Ivor Mayers and Jamie Naylard, and 5th Vitos Papiras, who was brought in towards the end, ahead of David Lawrence. They got that car fixed. Quite a few cars though didn't make the checkered flag, as you can see on your screen there, but a great weekend of racing, a great endurance race there to complete the action, Marcus Pike.
Yep, I think the Tegiwa Enduro, Club Enduro is always a really, really good race within the 750 Motor Club stuff. We've seen some great sprint races, but the whole coming up at Silverstone next week, there's still more great racing to come with the 750 Motor Club.
There'll be a few moments, I think, before we get to hear from the winners, so we can talk a bit more about that.
Still some great racing to come with the 750 Motor Club this year, sort of culminating with that Burkitt 6 Hours, which is a bumper entry on the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit in October, and the final championship rounds the following day. So that is going to be a weekend to look forward to, but there's Donington in between, is there not? And
there's Brands Hatch the week after Silverstone, so there's 2 more to come this month.
So busy.
I think you're at Silverstone next week, and then I'm at Brands Hatch the following week, so we're both at different 750 Motor Club meetings to round off the month.
Yeah, it's been a great season for the club. Been running, been involved in promoting motorsport since 1939, and actually running races effectively since 1950. And Snetterton has been kind to us this weekend. We've got away with the weather, which has been absolutely splendid. It's been warm, it's been breezy yesterday, and it's been a really, really good weekend. We've seen the championship sorted in terms of classic stock hatch to Stuart Place. We've seen lots of other really good races along the way, and haven't our marshalling teams and the MSV crews here done us proud.
Absolutely right. A big thanks to all the marshals still here right at the end of the day. They can go home now. I'm sure they'll be glad they're not here till 9 PM like they were last weekend, but I'm sure you've all enjoyed it. I hope you have. I know a number of you telling us at the 750 Motor Club this is one of your favourite club race meetings, and I think it's delivered. So big thanks to Marcus Pike. It's been great to work with Marcus up here in the commentary box, and we'll both be back later in the season with the 750 Motor Club, but for now we're heading downstairs to Chris Stevens.
Well, down in Parc Ferme, after a very dramatic conclusion to that Tegiwa Club Enduro Championship race, Rob Baker just celebrating with Bradley Burns as well. Bradley's going to do some parkour, get into Parc Ferme. Well, guys, congratulations! Brilliant result there. Obviously, a little bit of fortune there towards the end of the race, but you guys did the job.
Yeah, I mean, Brad managed to keep the gap to Stacey to about 10 seconds in the first stint, which was brilliant. And then we lost about 20 seconds in the pit stop with a wheel spigot coming out of the hub. So we had a misfortune then, and then obviously we had some fortune at the end, but our last few rounds we've been due some good fortune. So yeah, couldn't be happier with first.
I mean, it seems like this car is night and day compared to what you had at the beginning of the season. It's been a huge development.
Yeah, I mean, the team have worked so hard and we've put in so much effort, and to come away with a road sports pole and a win, and second this morning, quali and a win in this, the car's been faultless, and the team have done an amazing job. Brilliant.
Congratulations, Brad. We'll just get a quick word from you as well. Obviously, we already spoke to you, but yeah, road sports win, and now this as well. It's been a pretty good weekend.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. The cars been mega all weekend, no problems. That's the main thing, actually.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to the Snetterton Motor Racing Circuit for this two-day 750 Motor Club meeting. We were here a couple of weeks ago. We're back again with another busy programme of races over the course of today and for tomorrow. And myself, Joshua Bath, and Marcus Pye are looking forward to the first race of the day, which is coming up up in a few moments' time on this 3 mile, 4.7 kilometre Snetterton 300 circuit. It's one of the longest laps of the season. It's technical in places, but always creates great racing at this venue that was started out now 70 years ago.
Well, he was just quick, and we were on.
And the weather today, well, it's been sunny this morning, but we've got clouds starting to develop. There's question marks whether we may see some rain a little bit later in the day. It's a little bit blowy, but not too bad at the moment. So we're looking forward to hopefully a dry day of racing.
Shame, but loved it. And then Johnny picked up the.
And then I know it wasn't for a position, but I had a good.
As I say, we've got a busy programme of 22 races to look forward to. 10 of those come today from 8 different categories. Later on in the day, we will see races from the Carmel Porsche Trophy. They race twice a day, as well as tomorrow. Today only, we will see in the Tegiwa Road Sport Series, but both today and tomorrow we have races for the Absolute Alignment Sports 1000 Championship, the Freaky Part Sports Special Championship, the Race Part 750 Formula Championship, as well as PBS Brakes Hot Hatch and everything Motorsport Classic Stock Hatch. But we start today with a race series, or race twice today, and that's for the Race Parts Historic 750 Formula Series, and we have a 15-minute race coming up next. And I think we can take a look at the grid then from the qualifying session this morning. On pole position is number 42, which is Tim Sage in his Mallet Q2, and alongside number 29, John Village in his Village V2. On the second row, number 12 is Ben Mile in the Gerald Mark 1, alongside number 20, which is Ian Graft, Race Kits Merlin. On the third row, number 18, which is Tim Roebuck in his Austin 7 Special. And number 99 alongside, which is David Lewis in the Jeffrey. On to row 4, number 81, that is Samuel Bayliss in the Whippet, and alongside number 13 is Ben Bolt in the Centaur. On the fifth row, number 69 is going to be driven by Hugo Pickup, and that is the first of the standard Austin 7s, alongside number 1, Greg Thurston in his supercharged super accessories. And on to row 6 is number 11, which is James Miles, alongside number 6, Richard Verheyden, both Austin 7s.
Good exit from the last corner, get right
onto the 7th row of the grid is number 22, which is the car Charlie Plain Jones, the Cowley Special, alongside number 44, John McDonald, making his debut in the Marrow. On the 8th row, number 85 is John Moss, and alongside number 8 is Peter Marsh. And on row 9, number 30, Tim Mile, alongside 66, Nick Hayward Cooke, all in Austin 7 in that group. And then on the 10th row, number 88 is Jerry Fincher in his DNC, and alongside number 9 is Tom Emden in his Austin 7, and that makes up a 20-car grid for this historic 750 Formula racing. You can see that on pole position is the Mallet Q2 of Tim Sage for the driver from Wales, and alongside there is John Village, the very experienced Formula 4 driver back in the 70s and 80s, became a team boss, and now returning to where he began racing with these cars, which ran in the 750 Formula Championship prior to 1974, the majority of these cars. And then we've got lots of Austin 7s on the grid as well, split into two classes. The supercharged cars, like that one there of Tim Roebuck, and then the standard Austin 7s a bit further back on the grid. So we've had 8 races of this series so far this season. John Village has won 5 of those. He won both races at Croft, he won both races at Brands Hatch, and one at Mallory Park 2. But Tim Sage, he took the 2 other scratch race victories at Mallory Park and at Cattle Park last time out. And then the most recent race at Cadwell was a handicap race, which was won by Simon Gallen, and we'll look forward to another handicap race later on today for the Race Parts Historic 750 Formula Series. And then we'll have a standalone Austin 7 race to look forward to tomorrow. But this first race is a scratch race, it's 15 minutes, there's no green flag lap, so we'll be straight into racing action here on Alpha Live via the 750 Motor Club YouTube channel or around the circuit here on the PA at Snetterton. We look forward to bringing you these races throughout today and tomorrow as well. So you can see now almost all of the cars are in position. We look there at number 11, which is James Miles in his Austin 7 Special, one of the supercharged cars. And you can see the cars are all lined up ahead of this 15-minute race, which is coming up in just a few moments' time. 15 minutes to run the clock. And therefore we look forward to this first race of the day. Marcus Pye alongside me. Good afternoon, Marcus. Looking forward to another day of 750 Motor Club racing.
Very much so, Josh, and always great to see the historic 750s
out on track. Been drama after practice because John Village, 1979 European Formula Ford champion on the right hand side of the grid there, the white car, has been allowed to replace his single carburettor, which he was asked to run, with a twin for this race. We'll go